All right, so let's have a look at this. We are going to go with it from this level. So now one thing about this is that one of the parts that will miss ni hapa ina portray our rules clearly. We said yes, this is an impulse. Then we got a correction which went to the exact level where the impulse started, but it did not go below it. All right. So this part you also needed to highlight it. Now, the reason I want us to do this together is so that kila mtu ajue where alipata mahali tu alifanya makosa kidogo, but I'd say I'm impressed. It's a good start. Hakuna mtu hakuwa na clue, hakuna mtu aliuma zote nje. It's a perfect starting point. I'm happy, I'm impressed. Keep up. So this is the first part about it. Yes, this is the first part about gold. Cotton, have you started recording? Nice. So this was the first part. Then from here, we have this impulse that are played up to here. So now the break of structure is here. Okay. This is where we have the first break of structure at this point. Then now we got the other higher low, then higher high, higher low. From the look of things at this point, ulikuwa sawa. Yeah, you're good. So this is where we have the break of structure. Now I want you also to be observant on the market, how it's respecting the rules that we discussed. We said now this is now the most recent higher low, and now this is our higher high. So now it did not go beyond this point. We had this correction, but it respected what? Respected the previous higher high. Okay, that is very important, because in the moment the market breaks this low here, it means that's a change of character. Okay, but it has to respect it, not unless it wants to change direction. All right, now we move on. Now this here market took some time, and you can know why. It's because this is a correction. If you compare the candlesticks along these here, let me pick this highlight. If you compare these candlesticks here and these ones here, you realize the difference. These ones are so choppy. You can see how the market went, but when you consider this is upper, they have what we call momentum. I shared a PDF ile candlesticks. When I talk of momentum, I know you've read that PDF. So it goes all the way. This is where we get the break of structure. Okay. So now one thing that I want you to notice is that the break of structure can take some time, or it can be as short as this. So the direction that the market is taking between that period, it's like it's beyond us, it's beyond our control. So you just let the market play. Okay. Yes, so this impulse went all the way to this level, to here. So this is one impulse. You see it's long. Then we got a correction here. Then we got another impulse. So now I want you to see, you see this one has direction as opposed to the correction. The correction is just messy. Okay. Yes, from there we have this becomes our what do we call it, our higher low. Then we got a change break of structure here. This is where we're having the break of structure from this point here. At this point, okay, so you see these are taken long, and see, before we get our correction, we just got a break of structure, then we got a correction immediately. So that's to tell you that the market varies, not as much like the structures are like the same. Okay, then we got this move here. This is an entire impulse upper, then a correction here, then we got another break of structure up. So here, then this is where we have in the break of structure around this point here. Now I want you to see something happened here. Let me clear this. I want you to see something happened here. You could have treated this also as a like this, right? Then you get a change of character, right? Like this. So these are possible situation, but that's why we always say no strategy that is 100% accurate. So at this point here, this is what we call a losing trade, because it gave us what we call a fake out, a fake change of character, but they happen rarely. So don't, if you read it like this, don't think you are wrong, you are right. But after it has played out is then when now we call this as liquidity. We are going to learn that later in terms of liquidity. That's how we label it. This is liquidity, but don't worry about that. We're going to learn about liquidity later on. Okay, then after that, the market continued going up. We have also notice that some corrections are deep, others are very shallow. For instance, let's have a look at this. This is just a very shallow correction here. Like the market just broke and then it gave a shallow correction. The essence of that is just to mean like the bulls are so strong. Okay. Then from there we went up here, got a correction, then up here. Then we have a correction. So now the market is at what we call a decision point. However, basically we're expecting the market to keep selling. I'll tell you why when we learn about what we call correlation and all that. I'll tell you why we expect this gold to keep on selling. In fact, today we have been waiting for sales, for some good sales. Yes, so I know Leona, Cotton, in case, do you have a question on that? You did this area good. Otherwise, I see you did it well. The only issue ilikuwa hapo kwa kwanza, kwingine uko sawa. Okay. All right. So moving on, I got one from Greg on GU, which I don't know. Greg, what is the meaning of LW?
Hiyo ni misspelling. Inafaa kuwa lower high na lower low. Hii inafaa ni misspelling tu. Baba, mnanisikia?
Yes, I heard you. So, okay, that's understood. So, just to avoid confusion to me, but otherwise, you're good. Let me go through it so that others pia wanaweza ona. And then at the same time, I want to correct something on the labeling of the change of character there down. Okay. Yes, so you did it with daily time frame. Yes. So gani? Let me see. Ilikuwa hii part?
Hiyo ni ile part ya uptrend ulisema tulifanya jana ya
Kuna hii yenye iko na lower hapo hivi.
Ni nyuma bado.
Ni nyuma. Okay, acha nirudi. Ni hapa hivi.
Get them that place.
I'm not so sure that it's this part, but let's just use this for illustrations now. So with this, this market's on a downtrend, and this structure is just so straightforward. We began here, we got a change of character at this point here. So the reason we have a change is because this zone broke the previous higher low. So it began here like this way, then come here. Please don't label here because it has not broken this point, so it is here. Okay, then come here like this here, shallow correction, and then like that. Is that clear? So I just want to show you why not here, because the break of structure came here, and then same case here, it's here like this. So that continues like that. And now at this point here, I just want to show you where you should have labeled the change of character. We are at this point. Now here, this is where we have lower low, lower high. We have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay, I want you to be careful with this. All these is one wave, please, right? So the change of character is after the market has taken out this last lower high at this point here. So this is where we have the change of character. Okay, so this is how it should look like. But we have internal change of character, which you can spot from a lower time frame. However, based on daily time frame, the change of character is at this point here. My network is so low. Let me just type it manually. And something else, Greg, that's how you write the change of character. You'll adjust that. Yes, I believe that's clear. The break of structure, it's at this, the final break of structure. You can see now from that point we started getting, market started buying like this. Hii hapa na hii hapa, this is the one, not this. If you change the nini itakuonyesha vizuri. Ni hii, sawa. It is this one. So like that, like that, like that, like this. Then we got a temporary change of character here. Here at this point. Why am I saying that? Because inaenda hivi. Like that, then we get a temporary. That's why after ilipanda, it had to sell fast. So if you had taken this sell, there is a strategy that I will show you for taking entries after a change of character. You don't take sell immediately after the market has given you a change of character. That is a strategy that I'll teach you. Okay, so if we had seen this change of character and taken a sell at the right point, which was this, you could have taken some profits. Then from there, the market started going up again. So, and then that continues and continues and continues like that. Hapa hivi. Okay. Yes, so I'm not so sure whether I may highlight the right point for Greg, but the goal is basically to show you how to do it. So then let's go to hii ya pili ni ile tulisema tulikuwa tumefanya label change of character vizuri, which is commendable. Then Sadon did a USD JPY from daily time frame. In fact, I think it's part of my watch list, so I can just pick it here. Oh, no. All right, so we'll find I want to believe in parts, but basically the idea is just to show you how to do it. So I'm just assuming you began it from this part. So this is where we got the change of character at this point here. So this is it. Like you pick this as one, okay. Then we got the correction, like at the upper. Please note this level because the break of structure is after the market has taken out the previous lower low. Okay, so the break of structure is at this point. That's why we have not taken this zone here as the what do we call it? We have not taken this as the lower low. Okay, then that continued. We got a very shallow correction that came to this point. Please remember, I've not taken this one here. Why? Because the break of structure is after market. It has broken the zone and not with wick. It has to close. The candlestick has to close below the zone, below this wick. So if it's just a wick, we don't consider that as like the market has broken this level. Okay, that is very important for you to note. Then from there, please, I also want you to pay attention to the rules that we gave. Now we got this correction, but see, it respected this previous lower high, right? Then we got this break of structure is here, okay? Then from there, we got something funny happening here. This one here, which failed to give us a break of structure, which is the first signal that the market might change direction. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to label up. This like this, like this. Okay. Then from here we got a change of character here. So this one here failing to give us a break of structure here is just a signal to tell you that this market might change direction. All right, and that is exactly what happened in our case. Sawa. That is exactly what happened in our case. So where do you label the change of character? Remember, we are dealing with higher time frame. That's why you see, like, it takes some time before we get this change of character at this point here. So at this point is where we have the change of character. All right, then from there, market inaanza kupanda. Remember, that tells you now this is our lowest point here. At this point, this now is now null and void. So then tunaanza kupanda No. Market, see the correction how it is messy. You can't compare this upward move with this correction. Then see, all this is just a correction before market expanded. See, eventually it went up. So you just trust your analysis. That's how trading is. You just trust your analysis. See, from this point, this is the lower, the point that we don't expect the market to break. And you see how long it took for market to give us a break of structure. Don't think you are wrong. So the break of structure, you're going to draw it like this. Up, like that. Okay, so that's why here at this point when market is doing all these shenanigans, it calls for what we call patience. So then you see eventually it continued going up and up and up like that. Sawa sawa? Yes. Let's move on to who? Still Don. Don did GU. He did exactly what Greg had done. So I'm not going to repeat that because we had also initially done it. We also had Barbara did on USD JPY. Let's have a look at it. What she did was on 4 hours time frame. So we shift to 4 hours time frame. Let's see what she has done. Tuone kama mpenzi hapa amefanya vizuri. Right, so so we begin from this point. Let me open my WhatsApp imemisbehave kidogo tu. Okay, imefungua. So I want to believe that she began it at this level, at this point. So because we do the horizontal ray here. Good. So it is expected. This is the first higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, then higher low, same level. Please note that it's the same level. It respected our rules. Then from there, market took so much time before it gave us a break of structure, because we expected to break this high like this. So the final break of structure, it at this point here. We got a shallow correction. Then now the market is in the impulse. The market iko kwa impulse. Yes, I check my network. So this is the final part. The final part with a break of structure up. This is the previous one. Yes, so this is what is expected. It looks like this. Took time there, went like this, so then we are in the impulse. Right? I don't know whether my network imekuwa poa Cotton ama ina drag kenye naandika na my voice. Sawa. Yeah, so that's how it should have looked like. I know at this point here it's a bit confusing whether to but we talked about internal structures. In between this bar here we have internal structures zenye zinakaa hivi. Zimeonekana? So hizi internal structures ziko hapa, zi make up this big move hii hapa. This one here is made up of these internal structures zenye ziko hapa hivi. This is exactly what we were talking about yesterday. I hope that is clearly understood. All right, so moving on swiftly, the other thing that she shared was on EuroJPY. Na ameiva pairs, hiyo nayo ni mpya. Hatujai discuss, acha tuone EuroJPY ameifanya namna gani. My network is still loading. So ameanza I don't know. Let me just analyze it. Sielewi ameanza wapi. But allow me to begin it at this point. So from this point here we have this like that, like this. Then guess what? We got what? A change of character here. All right, so that's something that you should just notice from a glance. The reason imeanza hapa is so that I can show you the change of character here. This is the break of structure hapa hivi iko hivi. So this is where we have the break of structure here. All right, yes. So moving on from that point, now the market became messy. Let me clear this so that I begin like this. So this one is one wave, but just to highlight, it's made up of other internal waves. This one here, I believe you can see them like I explained yesterday, and even those small waves, they respect the rules that we discussed yesterday. So like you can see, the waves are respecting the rules that we discussed. Okay, this is the internal wave. Let me put it red, it will confuse you like this. Then we got another correction here. Okay, we got an impulsive move here, then a correction, a shallow one, an impulse like this. Let me change the color. Change the color to black. So I want to show you why I chose this here, because this is the only point that gave us the break of structure here. So iko namna hii hapo na hapa. So this is where we have the break of structure around this point here. Please be careful. The next meeting we are meeting, everybody is going to present so that we gain that confidence. At the same time, itakupea pia ile uoga ndo practice vizuri kutumia TradingView, knowing that you're the one who's coming to present. So from there we got this like that. This is where we have the breakout structure. Then we got a correction. I'm sure you're going to worry is in this gone below this point. When you use your nini, you realize no. And you use your line chart. Like I've said, like the way coming out confused, you just change it to line chart. Here I demonstrated that. And then the other simple way is that, see this candlestick, you may close this point in a week, in it a liquidity grab. We are going to learn about that sometime. So yeah, so this is where we have it. Then we have a breakout structure here at this point here. A breakout structure that has happened at that point. Excuse me. Then the market went up. We got this one here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. The market keeps moving. We from this point we have let me pick this path. We have this. Then now this is open. You can either choose this like this, or you can choose this like this. It's very much open. That one is very open, very much open. You can even choose it like this. They are all correct. If you take this like this, like this, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, and then like that, meaning we have what we call a change of character here. They are all correct. So you can either pick this one, pick this here, and then one, because this is where we have the final break of structure here. At this level, let me delete this. So up nakaa hivi namna that, namna this. You see it has respected this level here, because let me delete. It is like this. So this is the most recent higher low. It has respected the most recent higher low. But here at this point here, this is the higher low. The market has violated it. So what do we call that? We call that change of character. At this point here, we're supposed to label that as change of character to the down. Is that understood? Yes, so from this point, we expect the market to start selling. So this is a correction. It's coming to get a demand zone, not demand, a supply zone, most likely at this level here. Then we continue going to the down. We continue moving to the down like this. Like that. So that's what to expect. You can take that trade if you feel like. Now moving on. Where's my WhatsApp? Brian Cotton ametuma USD JPY. I love this. This analysis ya USD JPY yenye umetuma. But so that I be fair, let me check Victor on GU. This is GU 2 hours time frame. GBP USD. It's actually in my watch list. On it. Just maybe just pick it. Yeah. Then 2H. Now with the GU from the 2 hours time frame. Allow me to begin it from this level where means are happy, so that I see where to begin. Apaju. Yes, ameanza hapa. So looking at this from this point, Basically, the higher time frame is like this. We have higher high. This is what we call a flip zone. Market ikafanya hivi nika nini like this. But then we have internal structures in between, which I believe ndizo ameonyesha. So this is the external structure. Then we have the internals. So for the internals, it should be this one here. We are starting from this point. If you begin from this point, assuming imeanza hapa, so this is lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then market ikatupea what we call change of character, like this, like that, like this. Then another change of character. I want us to check how we label it. The change of character, you label it hapa chini, like namna this, namna hiyo. Then tunaendelea kushuka from there, namna hiyo. Now this is the impulse. So the correction imeanza kubai, so lazima itakuwa na break of structures za kupanda like that hivi. Then correction imeisha, tunaanza kushuka like this kwa hivi. So inaendelea kushuka namna that. Sini sawa? So this is G. This is how it looks like. Are we good? So do we have any question? I think we've done some good practice. What I would really want from you guys that we really practice on using this software TradingView. It will require much of your time before you start maneuvering through it smoothly. So keep practicing, keep doing it. Now the practice that you're going to do is now start seeing the internal structures. Once you have seen the bigger structures, nakumbuka tukianalyze hii tukisema itashuka, mnaona inaendelea kushuka. Yes, so like when like we said, once you have taken these like this and that, start training your eyes how to see the internal structures inside now this big wave. So go to time frame like 2 hours, see whether you can spot the internal moves that are inside. Go to 1 hour, see if you can you can identify them. Go to 15 minutes also, see whether you can see them structures. For example, you see like this part here in the market imekuja an impulse. You see how correction is messy? I want you to see how corrections inakuanga tu na maneno like that, then ikashuka. So what are we expecting from there based on our rules? Ask questions like those. Try to think. We said we get a correction. Haifai kupita. Haifai kwenda past this. Like now this is an impasse. So this is a correction. That's why it's slow. But where do we expect this correction to go up to? You see? Such questions. Then that will help you have a deep understanding about markets in some. Now, tomorrow we go for like I will make sure kila mtu amepresent. Please usiogope, make those mistakes. Let's correct ourselves. I don't mind hata kama within the entire section mtu mmoja ana present. Why? I know kumaneuver through this software now being the first time na unaangaliwa na watu wengine, unaweza kakuwa na some challenges. Let's face those challenges together. Let's grow together. We are not in a rush because we're investing in this, looking at the long term, not short term. We are not rushing. So we're going to grow together. So we're going to present. Hata kama ni mtu mmoja atamanage kupresent, that is still very much okay, as long as you getting that confidence, you learning how to maneuver through it, we are correcting each other so that we make those mistakes, we correct ourselves and we move on forward, because that will be better as opposed to mimi nakuja hapa na present na nini kila kitu and then like you cannot learn through observing. Same thing, like I'm insisting, please just make sure like every day you take time, do those analysis, share those label links zenye na hizo tu. In fact, kesho pia unaweza tuma zingine, I can respond au kwa chat kama kuna makosa na kuchorea hivi na kuambia uangalie like that. Let's fill the chat na text easy chats. I'll be making sure nime respond zenye kuna makosa. So that we move on. So otherwise, thank you so much guys for the effort. At least you've done the assignment. If we do these assignments with that urgency, I can assure you, we won't take long doing this. Tutamaliza course haraka, because once we have learned the different market structures, analyzing, I'm going to show you how to do what? How to trade now. We do this using demo for like 2 to 3 weeks. Then from there, we start learning as we make money. So let's give it the sacrifice that it means. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys. Not unless we have a question from your side, I beg to stop at that point. All right, so have a good night. See you tomorrow. Kama mtaenda sherehe. Bye bye.